Hello and howdy, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me. We're looking at the 10th question on our grade 7 Gauss paper from 2010. This is the last question worth 5 marks, and what have we got here? Each number below the top row is the product of the two numbers above it, the number to the right and to the left in the row immediately above it. So 35 here, for example, is 7 times 5. We just want to know what's the value of x. So if we read the rest of this, we can see, all right, we've got 700 down here, so it must be 35 times y. What's y, you might ask? Well, y is below two numbers, so it should be 5 times x, and x is exactly what we're looking at trying to solve. So what could we do? Well, we'll copy this down. But instead of getting the y and the x, you can do that. You could, for example, so we'll copy this down in full, and then you could say something like, well, 700 must be 35 times y, and then I can figure out what y is. Y is going to have to be 20. And then I know that y should be 5 times x. So 5 times x is 20, and you can say x is 4. That's a way to do the question. Here's another way. Okay, this is probably the way I'd prefer to do it. Start with the 7, the 5, and the x, and go down and get products. So 7 times 5 at 35. 5 times x is, well, 5x, which happens to be y, but now I don't need to talk about y. And then down here, 35 times 5, that's going to be, 175. So we'll get 175x, and I know that's got to be equal to 700. So this is another way to do the question. I actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, that the first way is a little easier calculation-wise, because I'm actually having to bust out the calculator, because I don't know what 700 over 175 is off the top of my head. It's got to be 4, because that's the answer we already figured out, but I couldn't figure it out off the top of my head, and I'm guessing some of you out there might not be able to do as well. But we still get x is 4. Both are perfectly fine. You either start at the top and work down and then equate your final answer to 700, or you work backwards like I did the first time, but either way we get x is 4. Very interesting little question, and our answer is going to be B. So you would bubble in B. If you were writing the contest, I'm just going to write down B and flip the page to get ready for B part of the contest, where everything's worth 6 marks, and I will see you when we start that with question 11 next time. Thanks for watching.